What should I write? I know. Romeo and Juliet. Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge breaks a new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventures, petitious overthrows, doth with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which, but their children's end, naught could remove, is now the 15 minutes traffic of our base mate, the which, if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend. Look now, a carriage from the house of Capulet. Do you bite your thumb at us, sir? I do bite my thumb, sir. Do you quarrel, sir? Quarrel, sir? No, sir. But if you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you. Then fight we shall. Stop your fighting. No more blood. There shall be no more fighting in Verona. If you ever disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. Good morrow, Lord Capulet. I have laid my eye upon my fair daughter, Juliet, and I would ask kindly for her hand in marriage. Count Paris, my daughter has not seen the change of 14 years, and yet you would ask to marry her. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride, ere we may think her right to be a bride. Younger than she, a happy mother's maid. This night I hold an accustomed feast, and thou art invited. See my daughter there, and attempt to impress her. No more shall be said. Good morrow, cousin. Is the day so young? But new struck 9. Ay me, sad hours seem long. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours? Having that which having makes them short. In love? Out. Of love? Of her favour, where I am in love. Alas, that love, so gentle in his view, should be so tyrannous and rough in proof. Juliet, my daughter, I wish to speak with thee. What is it, madam? Nurse, I pray thee, depart. Why, I cannot think of what thou couldst speak of that would exclude me, for I have known Juliet since her birth. I remember when she was but a child, when she was learning to crawl, that Enough of this, I pray thee, hold thy peace. Indeed, madam. Juliet, thy father hath given me word of a suitor for thou. Count Paris did speak with him not yesterday, and requested thy hand in marriage. Wilt thou accept? I will look to like, if looking liking move, but no more deep will I dart mine eye, than your consent gives strength to make it fly. Where is Rosaline? I fear she will not appear this day. Look elsewhere. Perhaps thou shalt find her, or someone else. Lord Capulet, there are Montagues in the ball. Romeo and Benvolio with their friend Mercutio, I believe. I ask only to end them. There shall be no blood, or fear, or suspicion. I will do it in secrecy. Hush, Tybalt! No more talk of murder. Depart, find a woman to dance with, or stay to overlook the occasion, but do not ruin it. Oh, you doth teach the torches to burn bright. Did my heart love till now? Forswear its sight, for I never saw true beauty till this night. My lips, 2 blushing pilgrims, ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss. Good pilgrim, saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss. Then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. Juliet, leave this man. A Capulet cannot be seen alone with a Montague. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon. O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet. Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this? What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other word would smell just as sweet. Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name, which is no part of thee, take all myself. I take thee at thy word. Romeo, my ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. How camest thou hither? With love's light wings I did o'erpurge these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out. Juliet, I must leave, and thou cannot linger here any more, for thou wilt be discovered and executed as a result. Wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied? What satisfaction canst thou have tonight? The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine. I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I would give it again. Juliet, I must leave, but we will meet again soon. Friar Lawrence, I have spoken with the daughter of the House of Capulet, and in secret we have decided to be married. I wish for you to marry us. No, I cannot marry the two of you. It would be a foolish idea. Wait. At least think. I believe it will end the feud between the two houses. Perhaps thou art correct. I am not even ancient enough to have seen the start of this war, yet it continues, driven by prejudice. I will marry you to Juliet in the aim of ending this feud. Where is Romeo? Came he home tonight? No, I did not see him. He must return soon, for there is a letter addressed to him from Tybalt. What does it read? He hath challenged him to a duel. Poor Romeo, he is already dead. Why? What would Tybalt do? Tybalt is the most skilled swordsman in Verona, and I have no doubt that he would maintain that title against all Italy. Every swipe, every stab, every blow is planned. Romeo will lose. Good morrow to you both. Where hast thou been? Romeo, art thou within these walls? What news from Lady Juliet? She wishes for you to meet her at Friar Lawrence's cell this afternoon. Then I shall do as she wishes. What did he say? Patience, child. Dost thou not see I am out of breath? How art thou out of breath when thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath? Okay, but I don't believe that thou should trust the man. Never mind that. What did he say? Thou shalt meet him in Friar Lawrence's cell this afternoon, where thou shalt be married. Romeo and Juliet, thou hast come together today to be conjoined in marriage, but in secrecy. I would advise thee both to prepare thyselves for any sorrow that may come because of this hour. Come what sorrow can, it cannot countervail the exchange of joy that one short minute gives me in her sight. I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the cavils are abroad, and if we meet, we shall not escape a brawl. For now, these hot days, is the mad blood stirring. Nay, we all know not to fight. There shall be no violence. By my head, here comes the Capulets. By my heel, I care not. Mercutio, thou consorts with Romeo? Consort? What? Dost thou make us minstrels? And thou makest minstrels of us. Look to hear nothing but discords. I pray thee, keep the peace. Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man. Romeo, the love I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain. Tybalt, the reason that I have to love thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain am I none, therefore farewell, I see thou knowest me not. Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me. Therefore, turn and draw. I do protest I never injured thee, and so, good Capulet, be satisfied. Tybalt, thy fight needs not to be with Romeo, but with me. Then I shall do as thou request. A plague on both your houses. Thou hast killed my friend. He must be avenged. Romeo, wait! Remember the law! What foul circumstances have occurred to lead to the death of Tybalt? Tybalt was angry at Romeo for a reason that is not known to me, and Romeo tried to calm him down, but Mercutio fought with Tybalt and was killed. Romeo then attacked Tybalt for revenge. If thou speakest the truth, then Romeo is only partially responsible for the death of Tybalt, so I cannot execute him, but instead he shall be banished from Verona under pain of death. Juliet, thy cousin Tybalt has perished at the hand of thy husband, Romeo. How can this be? Did Romeo kill himself after, or does he remain alive? I have seen Tybalt's corpse, but not Romeo's. I believe he hath merely been banished. Oh, this hour is truly foul. How can I live knowing that Romeo is alive, but kept far from me? I have heard of thy sentence. Father, what news? What is the prince's doom? A gentler judgment vanished from his lips. No body's death, but body's banishment. Banishment? Be merciful, say death, for exile hath more terror in its look. Much more than death. Do not say banishment. Hence from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide. There is no world without Verona walls. Juliet has been struck severely by the death of her cousin. I fear that if we do not intervene swiftly, she went into depression, and I wish not for that to happen. So I suggest that we host her marriage to Count Paris. Go, tell her the news. Juliet, your father and I have noticed that thou rarely exit thy room, and we thought it would be best to make you happy. So we have arranged for thou to be married to Count Paris. No, I do not like the man, and I will not marry him. How dare you be so defiant? Perhaps thou should not have lived. You will marry the Count, or I wish not to see you again within my lifetime. Father, I have travelled here to inform you that I wish to be married to the young Juliet Capulet this Thursday. This Thursday? Dost thou not believe this is too soon? Lord Capulet desires greatly for me to marry her, and I will not delay, for there will be no reason to. Good morrow, my lady, and my wife. That may be so, when I may be a wife, of course. Friar, I can't marry the Count, you know this. Yes, but nor can we reveal to thy parents that thou hast already married Romeo. I fear that, to escape this predicament, we will have to fake thy death. I have a poison which will render you in a state of almost death, but not quite. When you are found, you will be placed in thy tomb, and Romeo will come and live with thee Tormentor. I will see that Friar John will send word to him to return to thy tomb. Balthazar, what news from Verona? The daughter of Lord Capulet, Juliet, hath died in her sleep. She was buried in their family's tomb yesterday. How can this be so? When I last saw her, she was of good health, but, alas, if she hath truly gone, then I must wither beside her. Oh, Juliet, how could thou have died at such a young age? I would not have thought it possible, but I know now that thou art gone, and if I could reverse time, I would, but, alas, I cannot. Move aside, man! Romeo, thou art banished! How could thou be here? That information has no importance at this hour. Now move aside. I apprehend thee for a felon here. Wilt thou provoke me? Then have at thee, boy! I have no further need of life now Juliet is deceased, so I must leave this life. Romeo! Oh, doth this night have no end? Romeo, how hast thou died? Didst thou not receive the letters? Juliet! No, I cannot live without him. I am truly sorry for the loss of thy son and thy wife. I wish there could be another ending. And I too am sorry for the loss of thy daughter and thy nephew. But, alas, this is the end and we cannot change that. However, we can prevent it from happening again. The feud is over.